To tell you guys, 3 Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Libra Views. I am Charlene. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video. Child Kandi Burruss' baby daddy is on the internet baby daddying again, okay? So Kandi Burruss' baby daddy, y'all know Kandi Burruss, every man will know. And Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kandi. Her baby daddy made the blogs a couple of weeks ago, right? Because he was talking about, he was doing an interview with Vlad. Vlad gets all the interviews, and he was basically talking about how Kandi Burruss was a side chick. We kind of already knew that, but, he was, getting his, interview on. I don't know if he's promoting something, but whatever. He's, Kandi came up. Cool. I was just kind of wondering, okay, you calling Kandi a side chick, what you should have been making the video and what you should have said during the interview was that you was an ain't shit husband. You shouldn't have said, Kandi shouldn't have been nothing brought up into it. You should have said, you know what, I was an ain't shit husband because you were the one that was stepping out on your wife and going out and sleeping around. So instead of referencing the mother of your child as that, you should have kept the focus on you stepping outside of your household. But that's neither here nor there. Mr. Block, aka Kandi's daughter Riley's dad, came out. Another clip came out of him doing an interview on Vlad, and he was basically talking about how Riley was jealous of Block and his other kids because his other children, I believe he has 7 kids, and 6 of his 7 kids were raised under the same roof, and Riley was the only child that was not raised under the roof with his other daughters and sons, and that's why Riley is jealous was jealous growing up. He made some other statements. I actually, on the neighborhood talk, they only posted a small clip, but I actually went and watched it. It's like a 10-minute clip. I'm not going to add it. If you guys want to watch it, go to Vlad TV and type in blog. You'll see it. Riley, Kandi, you'll see it. It's like a 9-10-minute video, or you can just go on the neighborhood talk and look at the small clip or whatever and listen to what he said. But something else that he said in the, it was kind of like he was going back and forth when you listen to the interview, because on one hand, he's saying, Kandi knew what was going on and blah, 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 blah. But then you also say, your wife, who you were cheating on, your wife with Kandi, your wife was saying, I don't want Riley around, this, that, and the third. And it seems as though Kandi was basically setting a boundary of, well, since your wife thinks this about my child, I don't want my child around her, but you can, kind of like what's going on with Ari and Tahina, right? So I think that's what it is, but Block is basically making it seem like, Kandi is this, Kandi is that, and it really irritated me when he also said in the interview that, I don't know why Kandi would put me down for child support if she made more money. You really do sound like a Tyrone Pookie ass motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, even if your baby's mom was a billionaire, wouldn't you want to feel like a man or feel like you've done something to contribute to your daughter, your little princess's upbringing, the person that you created? Who gives a fuck if Kandi can afford $150 million homes, right? Who cares? Why wouldn't you want to be the one to buy your daughter her first diamond necklace? Or why wouldn't you want to be the first one to, buy your daughter a car, even if it's a Nissan Altima or whatever? Why wouldn't you want that? Why would she want me to? Basically, you're saying, why was she asking you for support if she made more money than you? Block, you really sound like a deadbeat. He really adds to that, fuck boy, ain't shit black nigga narrative. You know what I mean? And I feel confident in saying that because they have no problem with talking about how black women is this and black women is that. So I'm very confident in saying that he adds to that ghetto, ignorant Tyrone Pookie, sleeping on the couch with his hands in his pants, bum ass narrative. You know what I'm saying? But, he did, pay off the child support, the back child support. So that's cool. But one thing that I definitely caught at the end of the conversation was that he basically said that Kandi never kept Riley away from him. But because he still had a situation home with his wife, it was just hard for them to connect. That's basically what he said. You know, so what I'm going to need is I'm going to need for Block to stop bringing up Kandi, stop talking about Riley being jealous. What I need the focus of these conversations to be when he's talking about his relationship with Kandi, his daughter, his wife, you know. Now, I don't know if all 6 of those kids that lived under the same roof with him was from his first wife. I mean, from the wife he's married to. I don't know. But he said that they were all... The focus does not need to be on the mom, on the wife, on Kandi, on Riley, on the 6 kids that live with you. It needs to be on how you wasn't an ain't shit nigga. Because at the very end of the day, you were the one married to that woman. Kandi wasn't married to you, and Kandi wasn't married to that woman. Now, we can get into semantics and get into conversations on whether Kandi was right or wrong for continuing to mess and sleep with the guy that was married. We can get into the logistics of that. But at the end of the day, Kandi wasn't married. You was the one that was married. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's just life. You know what I'm saying? If you're driving a vehicle, it don't matter if the person next to you was playing loud music and distracted you. If you were the one driving, you were the one that was driving. You're the one responsible. So, you know, you can point the finger and do all that. So, like I said, moving forward, the conversation needs to be how you wasn't an ancient nigga. The conversation needs to be how you were sleeping on your wife. The conversation needs to be how you weren't. And then you were cheating on your wife and you were so ignorant that you weren't even strapping up. You weren't even having sex with a condom. You were cheating on your wife. And here's the thing. Now don't get me wrong. You can create a baby, you know what I'm saying, one time. It only takes to have sex one time to create a baby, right? But not in most cases, okay? You were constantly having a relationship with Kandi for a baby to be produced, okay? Because there are so many people that have affairs with people for years and babies never pop up. It's some sort of understanding or whatever, you know? So the fact that it's a baby involved, you were in it deep. Martell, Holt, right? So you were in it very, very, very deep with Kandi. So don't try. That's what the conversation needs to be. The conversation needs to be how you stepped out on your wife. You had a side chick and you were so deep into with that side chick that you were having sex with her with no protection. Got her pregnant and she had an outside baby. And because you were cheating on your wife, you were not able to be in your side baby's life as much because you weren't a good husband and you pretty much was an ain't shit nigga. That's what the conversation needs to be about moving forward. I'm sick and tired of you bringing up Riley talking about she was this. I'm sick and tired of you bringing up Kandi talking about she was that. I'm sick and tired of you bringing up how, you know, the first wife wasn't with this shit. Basically saying that, you know, it was the wife's fault because she didn't want nothing to do with Kandi. So they went back and forth and no, it was you. That's what the conversation needs to be moving forward. Okay, Block? Get it together, Tyrone, Martell. That's my video. I done got worked up for today. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe. And until next time, deuces.